Operating the zap gun. Down on the bottom you have 3 selections. You have your charge button, your weld button, and your energy adjustment knob. The charge button is used to charge zap gun for welding. Energy adjustment knob is used to adjust the amount of energy for welding the thermocouples to the metal. Adjust that as needed to create a secure connection. And then you have your weld button, and is used to discharge zap gun and create your connection. You also have pliers, which is used to hold the thermocouple wire to the metal, and a ground magnet, which is used to help create a circuit so you can discharge the gun. Cut your TC wire to the desired length. On one end, strip out the outer insulation, revealing red and white wires. Place the red wire in the K on the male plug and tighten down the screw. The white wire in the positive and tighten down the screw. You can strip your wire on the other end, just the outer insulation, revealing the red and white inner wires. Clean your metal where you desire to place the thermocouple wire and the ground magnet. Use the pliers and hold your bare wire to the clean metal. Place a ground magnet on the clean metal, press the charge button. Hold your wire to your clean metal and press the weld button. And repeat this process for the remaining wires. A backup thermocouple wire should be placed at each thermocouple location. That way you have a backup in case of failure of the first thermocouple. Check your thermocouple connections for a secure connection. They should be attached securely to the metal. After choosing your pad size, attach them to the pipe using tape or banding. Placing the pad, more than one pad, they should be right up next to each other. Should be a gap no bigger than 1 inch. Connect the splitters to the pads. Should be one set, should be 2 splitters, and one pad should get attached to one split, or all pads should be attached to all splitters. Place the second set of splitters on the remaining tails. This will create a circuit to help feed up the pads. Next, connect the lead to the machine Remember that the male end of the lead goes into the female plugs on the machine. TC wire should correspond with the number on the zone and the number on the TC strip. Next, connect the female end of the lead to the splitters. Place the TC plug male to female. Turn the machine on and check that you have thermocouple reading at the corresponding zone. Take your insulation, wrap it around the pipe, secure it in place with tape or tie wire. Tie wire would be the preferred method. Cinch the tie wire as tight as possible, closing up all gaps. Operation of the Stresstech machines begins with properly wiring in each machine. Once you get power to the machine, you'll have a light showing that there is power going to the machine. You'll have one or two switches up top. You'll have one for main power if it's there, otherwise one for just the control power. So you flip that on. Above each controller you will have rocker switches labeled with auto, off, and manual. If you use them in the auto mode, the controller controls the ramp rate and temperature that you're going to. If you use it in the manual position, the percentage timers shown below the controllers are how you control how fast the temperature will increase, but there is no control on the target temperature. Flip your switch to auto and the controller will light up. On each controller there is 4 buttons. The first button is your return to the home page. Your second button is to scroll through each option, and then you have a third button which is a down arrow and the fourth button which is an up arrow. To change your target temperature, you can scroll to degrees Fahrenheit and press up to select your target temperature, or even down will select target temperature. Pressing the scroll button twice will bring you to SPRR, which is your ramp rate. Press that and you'll get a ramp rate in degrees per hour. Press the up and down arrows to select the proper ramp rate. Your percentage timers go from 0 to 100%. When the percentage timer is set at 50, that means that the contactor will be open for 30 seconds and closed for 30 seconds. Once you have selected your proper target temperature and ramp rate, you will be able to start your heat treat operation. Some troubleshooting tips. If you get a screen that blinks SBR, that means that you have a broken thermocouple somewhere. You need to find where that is and get it fixed. If the controller is flashing 1D low, it means that your ramp rate is set too fast and the actual temperature or the metal temperature cannot keep up with your ramp rate. Your ramp rate must be adjusted for this to get rid of this alarm. If you get an alarm that shows 2D high flashing on your controller, that means that your target temperature or your actual temperature has exceeded the target temperature. To fix this problem, you'll need to get the metal to cool off down back to your target temperature. On each machine there is a 0 to 100 voltmeter. Each machine, when it has power going to it, should read 80 volts. There's also a 0 to 500 amp meter. This is for reading the number of pads and if they're properly working. Each pad will draw 50 amps, so every time the contactor closes, you should read 50 amps per pad hooked up to that zone.